Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash. Double honors unto the elders and to the apostles of Breaking Stone, and salutations to the hopeful elect, the men that are pushing this truth in the four corners and the highways and byways. And once again, all praises, honor, and glory belongs to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash. Alright, this is Brother Yakov once again, and this video, gonna be entitled, Pure Vessel. Alright. This is 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 21. It says, if a man therefore purge himself from these, he shall be a vessel unto honor, sanctified and meet for the master's use, and prepared unto every good work. All right, so if a man should purge himself, he gonna be a vessel for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to use. It said, let me read it back. If a man therefore purge himself from these. All right, and what's that talking about? It's talking about the things of this flesh. All right, like it says in Ephesians. Let me see, get it real quick. Ephesians, Salakia, 5. Ephesians and Galatians. Yes, Galatians. Yeah, this is Galatians chapter 5, verse 19. It says, now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, and seditions, heresies, envying, murders, drunkenness, reveling, and such like of these, of the which I tell you before, as I've also told you in time past, that they which do such shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High. All right, so if a man should cleanse himself from these things, the idolatry, the lust, rebelling against the Most High, which is witchcraft. All right, you shall be a vessel sanctified unto the master's use. And that's something that we try, to do, to purge ourselves, to clean ourselves, by prayer, all right, by fasting, by asking Yahweh Bashim Yahushai for things that we lack it, all right, so that we can be a vessel that he can use, to do his will, all right, so that when he call, we can hear, and that and our thoughts are not clogged, our thoughts are not, not clogged, Salakia, for lack of better words, all right. I read it back, verse 22, Salakia. It says, flee also youthful lust, but follow righteousness, faith, charity, peace. All right, with them that 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 call on Yahweh out of a pure heart. You see, so we ought to follow, these things. All right, and step away from that youthful lust. Things that we desire that are of this flesh. The women, the cars, a good life, so to speak, in this wicked society. All of those things are wicked, youthful lust. All right. Now that we are in this truth, we're supposed to think as men. All right. Set our affections on things that are above and not on the things that are on this earth. All right. Yeah, this is First Thessalonians. Let's start with verse 4. Now let me get this first. This is Ecclesiastes, Sirach. Because the scripture says to flee youthful lust. All right. Yeah, this is Sirach chapter 18, verse 30. It says, go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thy appetites. If thou givest thy soul the desire that pleaseth her, she will make thee a laughing stock to thine enemies that malign thee. All right. Take not pleasure in much good cheer, neither be tied to the expense thereof. So whether it is, you like drinking some wine, you like going out, don't take much pleasure in that cheer, in making yourself happy. All right, neither be tied to the expenses thereof. Because really and truly, to enjoy yourself in this kingdom, you know, how this devil has set it up is that it costs a lot. You know, it's very expensive. You know, and there's that oppression that we're in or under right now. All right. But the point is that go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thy appetites, you know, because whatever it is that you give yourself to, you know, you become a servant unto it. All right. Like right now, we strive to give ourselves to Yahweh Haushai so that we can become a servant unto him. All right. These people give themselves to money. You know, they become a servant to money. That's why you see they would do almost anything for that money. The same way we would do anything to please Yahweh Haushai. All right. Um, yeah, this is First Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 1. It says, furthermore, then we beseech you, brethren, and exhort you by adorn Yahushai, that as ye have received of such, how ye ought to walk, and to please the Most High, so ye would abound more and more. You know, verse 2. For ye know what commandments we gave you by the Lord Yahushai, for this is the will of the Most High, even your sanctification, that ye should abstain from fornication. All right, and that's talking about literal and spiritual fornication. You know, like fucking the next man's wife. That's off. All right, but going after these idols, you know, going after other philosophies and doctrine, you know, that's spiritual fornication. You know, abstain from fornication, that every one of you should know how to possess your vessel in sanctification and honor. All right, right, you know, that every one of us may know how to possess our vessel, which is referring to this body. All right, which is referring to this flesh, that we should possess our vessel, you know, unto sanctification and honor, you know, not given to the things of this world, not given to the desires of this flesh. You know, like the scripture talk about mortify therefore your members, you know, and to possess your body, you know, that we can have this body under control. All right. Now every time your flesh says, you know, I want some chicken, you go after some chicken. No, you know, but we have that temperance, you know, that temperance, that self-control. All right. uh Not in lust of conspicuance, conspic yeah conspic concupiscence, con concupiscence, even as the Gentiles which know not the Most High. All right. That's it, you know. So, you know, this pray by prayer and fasting, you know, we prepare this body, we clean this body or purge this body, you know, for the Most High, for Yahweh Bashim Haushai use, you know. So with that, I hope this video was edifying. Shalom.